you to leave.
Well, hello kids. This is Marty Smith for the MZoneReport.com. I am at a multi-table tournament here at Poker Stars. I joined it late at night, probably really shouldn't have because I was tired to begin with, but sometimes when I enter those tournaments, I generally take a lot more risks early on because I really want to make it worth it for me to stay awake that late. And this one did work out in the end, but at the start it wasn't really going too well because I had worked myself down to about 1,000 in chips. And then recently I just doubled up here to bring myself to about 1,985 chips. So I'm not really under ideal conditions here playing this tournament, but I did want to play aggressive. How I play with? Alright, King 8 here. Now that's a funky hand, and that's the kind I would like to play with. Got an early position limper, or an under the gun limper here. Perfect situation for King 8. I want some limpers. Didn't really get enough, but I got two opponents in. Alright, interesting flop here. Middle pair. And a king high flush draw. So with an early position limper, you could expect a lot of things. A mid pair, connectors, ace king even, ace x suited, things like that. I don't really have a read on him except that after 15 hands, looks pretty bit tight. He's got a rock by him in tournament indicator, so got to expect that he's going to have something if he gets assertive here, but I really want to see my next card. And okay, he put out a bet, making the pot 350. It's 200 to call. You know, sometimes you're just in the mood to shove it all in. This is one of those games where I was really in the mood to double up early or get the heck out. It's absolutely not a strategy that I recommend. It's just that that's how I was playing today. Not perfect, of course, but this is a wonderful flop for me. And there could be reason to get him off this hand. So like I said, I was just in the mood to get aggressive on this hand, and that's what I was gonna do. So I re-raised him. I did a little min-raise, wanting to see what he was going to do. He takes his time here, and then he shoves it all in. Alright, so 1,500 to call. I'm getting 1.6 to 1. Not that great of odds, but wow, I have a wonderful draw here. And I suppose normally, in this situation, this could very well be a fold. But I'll tell you, a lot of internet players, they're just going to ride with this, especially early in the tournament, and that's how I was feeling at this point. So it could have limped in with a pocket pair, something like sevens. Or, let's see, even, let's say he's got a set of eights. Oop. Let's see, he's got a set of eights. Alright, calculate that, so I'm way behind there. However, with a set, I'm not entirely sure he would shove all in, but sevens, let's say even something like tens. Let's calculate that. Tens were probably pretty close. Yeah, I'm slight favorite. Let's say he did something really stupid and came in with, limped in under the gun with aces. We're like actually even if he has aces. 49%, 49% here. Let's make one of his aces a club. Okay, he's a slight favorite. Let's make it a lower than a king. Let's say jacks. Let's say a jack with a club. That's what we'll do. Alright, still, again, it's basically 49 to 50%, basically even. So I have a feeling now that he was slow playing, or he has a mid pair, and who knows, he might even have the 6-7 straight on me. But anyway, there's only a few scenarios here where I'm far behind. If you Want to check that out, look at thebackhander.com yourself and play around with these scenarios whenever they come up, GCI hands like this. And actually, in fact, that this is a GCI hand, this is normally an instant fold. I just wasn't in the mood to fold. You know what I mean? Sometimes you just get in these tournaments at the wrong time of day for the wrong reasons, and you want to take that attitude of double up or get the hell out and go to bed. And given my nice looking flop here, I decided to shove it all in. Wow. He limped under the gun with queens. I need a club or a king or an 8. There it is. There it is. All right. So, hey, now I've got 4,000. Like 2 hands ago, I was at 920 and I wanted to go to bed. Now I'm thinking, hey, I'm going to get a little bit serious here. So this guy absolutely misplayed his queens, and he writes in the chat box, of course, push a draw. Actually just pointing out to him that it was actually about even. He's a tight player, and he just got caught in making a mistake. And he's trying to get over it somehow right now. Pocket kings, nice. Now he says, you got lucky and it cost me. And I decide to just shut this down and say, you got slow play and it cost you. Now my kings here, got an under the gun limper over there. I want to clear out any weak aces, so I am going to raise here in position. Wow. Wow. Have a look at this. Alright, so I had my pocket kings isolated, under the gun player called, made the pot about 600. Then we get 2 aces on the flop. This player seems to be playing pretty tight actually, and has a 0 aggression factor. His win to showdown winning percentage is 100. Now, this could be the dumb move of somebody holding jacks or queens, but it's basically going to cost me my whole tournament. Unlike that situation earlier where I was at 1900 and chips, I didn't really feel that I had a lot to lose, and I was a bit more impatient. And just a few hands later, I'm looking at this king-king, but I have 3,700 in chips now. And based on how this table is playing, I like my chances to advance and at least make the money. So he could have an underpair. It just could be a stupid little bet that he was making with jacks or queens. But he could also have ace 2, ace 3, ace 4, ace 5, ace 6, whatever. Or he could be on a heart draw. So I don't really understand his bet. Doesn't really justify me calling with these kings here, so I'm just going to drop them. And especially with somebody who can take me out. If it was against this guy here in particular who had 400 or 500 chips, absolutely call. But now I'm at nearly 4,000 chips. I've had a sudden change of attitude in regards to this tournament, and I think I'm going to take it seriously. And taking it seriously means folding a serious hand like this. So, it was an ugly flop and a retarded bet, and nothing I can do about it. Anyhow, this is Marty Smith for the MZoneReport.com. Hey, guys, if you haven't signed up for my video series at MZoneReport.com, please do so right now. It's free, and I've gotten great feedback on the video series, and hope you join up as well. Anyway, take care. Hope to see you at the table soon. Ciao.